Jim O'Connell, and I'm the proud principal of this wonderful facility. I can't imagine a more exciting time for everyone connected to Chaska High School. The new building is an incredible facility which offers wonderful opportunities for learning and gathering together. This afternoon, we are here to celebrate the opening of this new building, to thank the residents of District 112 for their support of education, and to thank those who have worked so hard these past 3 years to get to where we are today. During the last couple of months, I have taken great pride for all of us of District 112 in showing off this facility to numerous impressed visitors. It is, as the high school design team envisioned, a magnificent gathering place where our community of learners prepares for continuous progress and celebrates excellence in learning. Please stand as we begin our celebration with the Chaska American Legion presenting the colors, followed by the members of the Chaska High School band playing our school song, cheerleaders, and groups of students representing various co-curricular groups.
Hold on, kick, up, forward, up.
Please join the Chaska High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Chad Junker in the singing of our national anthem. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. David Clubb, Superintendent of Schools for District 112.
Thanks, Jim, and Jim, special thanks to you for the many efforts and long hours that I know you have put in over the past several months and years to make this facility a reality for our students and our community. I believe if there is one word that is representative of this ceremony today, that word would be partnership. The program today will honor the many partners that have come together to make this new building possible and that make up our community. Even though bricks and mortar are getting a lot of attention today, as we all examine just what we have purchased with our tax dollars, we are really celebrating less tangible things, such as hope for our future, building a sense of community for learning, sacrifice and perseverance by many, a commitment to the education of youth and adults in our community. These things are infinitely grander and more important than bricks and mortar, and it is these things which make up the partnership. Now I have an opportunity to recognize a few of the partners that make up District 112, and you'll have many others recognized throughout the program. And I would like the lights to come back up because, great, some of these folks are here in the audience. In District 112, we have a belief in the education of all children. We realize that not all children attend the public school system, and some attend the public schools only for a portion of their K-12 education. And we take very seriously that we are partners with our non-public schools, St. Hubert's, St. John's, Guardian Angels, with homeschools that we have in the district. We also have a public charter school, the World Learner School of Chaska. And I would like to represent this group of the partnership. If there are representatives today, I know that Father Steve Ulrich from St. Hubert is here, but any other representatives, there's Father Steve, any other representatives? Randy, where are you? Oh, there you are, excuse me. Randy Shapiro is from the World Learner School, our charter school here. Thank you. The lights didn't do any good, did they? The Alumni Association is a very important part of any school, whether it's a K-12 school or a college. And I hope many of you, all of you, have the chance before you leave today to see the quilt that the Chaska Alumni Association donated to the school. It is just beautiful. And I know we have a couple people here today that were very instrumental in that, Audrey Sell and Tracy Swanson. So if either of you are in here right now, would you be recognized? The quilt is just out that door on the wall, and it is really something to see. Over 4 years ago, a gentleman came in to my office to meet with me regarding the possibility of becoming the school district's construction consultant. Now, even though his credentials in the industry were unsurpassed, he had little previous experience working with schools, and we decided not to make that a stumbling block. And I can tell you what a find it was for the district to bring in John Gockel of John Gockel and Associates to work with our school board and district in not only this building, but all of the projects that have been going on in the district over the past 3 years. John has served these projects with skill, honesty, integrity, and enthusiasm, and I'd like to recognize John Gockel. John, would you stand? Right over here. Finally, I want to recognize some folks that worked on design teams. We had two design teams that worked with this project. We have a district design team that worked not only with this project, but all the projects, seeing that we accomplished what our voters wanted us to accomplish and that we stayed within budget. On the district, I'm going to name people from the district design team and then also the high school design team, and we'll recognize them all together. On the district design team, in addition to our architects and construction consultant, we had Kathy Gallagher, who is the principal at Bluff Creek Elementary, Len Takinen, our middle school principal, Greg Shank, our community ed director, Susan Hagstrom, our director of instruction, Dave Peterson, our director of finance and operations, and then before David, Jeff Priest served in that role, and Greg McGree, our buildings and grounds director. And then Marjorie Adams, who just went off the school board last January, also served on that design team. And then we had a committee of citizens, parents, students, and staff who specifically worked just with designing this project alone. And I'd like to name those folks. Martha Brown, Ken Hussey, Kathleen Macy, Florence Olson, Gretchen Oprecht, Dan Pulowski, Pete Silva, Kitty Sitter, Mary Stapleton, Meg Stapleton, Christine Solsing, Diane Timbers, Mike Werner. So in all of those who are a part of either of these design teams, please be recognized. Of course, very important, critical to any project like this is the design. A building like this has hours and hours and hours and days and months of design work that go into making it a reality. And we've had a very excellent relationship with our architectural firm, Hamel, Green and Abramson, and representing them here today, and I will turn the microphone over to him, is Steve Miller. Steve was the lead project architect on the high school. So Steve will take the program from here. Steve Miller of HGA.
Thank you, Dr. Clough. I'm delighted to be here today representing the design and construction team of Hamel, Green and Abrahamson Architects and Engineers, as well as Borson Construction, who were the general contractors for this new school. I've been very fortunate to have seen this project begin as an idea with the design committee that was just recognized, and also to see it develop, take shape, and become a building as literally hundreds of people brought their individual talents and expertise to what has been a 3-year process. In the spring and summer of 1993, the design committee spent many hours creating a unique educational philosophy for this new building, which they summarized in the following statement. The new high school will be a gathering place where our community of learners prepares for continuous progress and celebrates excellence in learning. The design of the building has grown out of that vision, creating a school which is focused on learners and welcoming to the community. The bricks and mortars can only set the stage for learning. Now we are turning this building over to the teachers and students. I'm confident that their continued hard work and dedication will create a successful and innovative example for new high schools all across the country. At this time, I'd like to recognize a few of the many design and construction professionals who have contributed to the success of this project. I'd like them to stand after I've read all of their names and be recognized, please, by the public. The architectural team was led by Kurt Rognes, the principal in charge from HGA. David Leschak I want to recognize particularly because of his expertise during the construction phase. Terry Helland, Peter Graffunder, Roger Johnson, Greg Schuster, and Rob Scow were some of the other architects. And in terms of engineering, we had Daniel Bigger, Tony Chopert, Jim Goulet, Tad Kroon, Tom Lind, and Jan Shagalov, to name but a few. I think you've all been enjoying the colors and materials of the interior of the building. Our interior designers were Lori Perriott and Laura Minahan. And the general contractors, again, were Borson Construction with Gary Krochak, the project manager, and Frank Durkot doing an excellent job as the construction superintendent. At this time, I'd like to turn the building over to the president of the school board, Fred Whitney. I also have a gift that I'd like to present from HGA to the Chaska High School Media Center, which is a book about American architecture. I would also like to announce that HGA is establishing a mentorship program to work with students who are interested in learning more about architecture. I would also like to give Fred one of these medallions which have been created for this occasion, which represent the light of education in this community. Fred.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. I accept this facility on behalf of the District 112 School Board. Today is the day we've all been looking forward to. Since March 30th, 1993, that's the date that the district received the support of our communities to build this terrific school through a bond referendum. We immediately started planning, and as you can see, we have tried very hard to create the kind of school that reflects the very best of our community. I'd like to introduce the members of the school board that are here with us this afternoon. Vice Chair, Charlie Waller. Charlie. Our clerk, Kelly Vonderberg. Treasurer, Gino Bucinero. Directors, Carol Olson and Brad Johnson. Director Mary Welch could not be with us today. We also have here today past board members, and I wanted to comment on Pat Dene, who couldn't be with us, but she, as well as Marjorie Adams and Kent Hasse, have been on the board through this entire process. Thank you. Marjorie, Kent. I'd also like to acknowledge a few dignitaries we have in our midst tonight. County commissioners I've seen, and if I have missed someone, I apologize. John Siegfried and Tracy Swanson, county commissioners. Further representation that this is truly a community facility. Carol Molyneux, our state representative. Jim Berg, a candidate for the state senate. Claire Roebling, state representative candidate. Alderman Joyce Winchell. And as our color guard, we have Randy Maluchnik, a school board candidate. In addition, hello, hello.
Thank you.
Tom Workman's here, Fred.
Tom Workman, State Representative. Thank you, Tom. We thank you all for your continued support of education in general. Thank you very much. I do have one other. We did receive a letter from Senator Paul Wellstone. Part of the letter I would like to read. Please pass on to the school board and members of the community my appreciation for their hard work to create this new school. From the reports I have read, it is very innovative in its design and approach. You are to be commended for your continuing commitment to young people and to education. I thought that was particularly nice. Now I'd like to introduce citizens whose leadership during the 1993 bond referendum helped make this building possible. The co-chairs were as follows: representing Chaska, Diane O'Connor; Victoria, Dan Lundahl; Chanhassen, Joe Betts; and Carver, Jeff Tice. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your time and your energies. At a district conference in August, the week before the beginning of school, I welcomed the entire staff of District 112. That's over 600 employees, by the way. My message during this welcome was to expect the best. We should expect the best of our students, administration, teachers, staff, everyone. This community and I expect the best from our schools, I said. I added that as a board member, taxpayer, businessman, and a parent most of all, the entire staff of this district should expect the best out of me and this community. We not only should expect the best from each other, but we need each other to survive. Our relationship is very similar to a stand of redwoods. As incredible as it may seem, the taproot of these giant trees goes only 4 feet deep. The redwood's strength and ability to grow comes from the interconnecting roots of hundreds of trees. That's why you don't see one redwood standing alone. They must grow together to thrive. Our teachers, our schools need you, all of you, in order to thrive. This is a community school. As chair of the school board, it is my honor to turn over this facility to the owners, the citizens of Chanhassen, Chaska, Carver, and Victoria. I would like to invite Bob Rebke, the mayor of Chaska, to accept on behalf of the nearly 32,000 people who call District 112 home. Mr. Rebke.
Good afternoon. I'm awfully proud to represent all of the communities of School District 112 and exceptionally proud to accept this new high school building on behalf of all of the communities. A fundamental component of any quality, true community is the educational system, the education services offered to learners. It is the vital cog which develops our future and forms our communities of tomorrow. We must be and are proud of the achievement, the result, and the opportunities this building provides to our communities. It brings an excitement, a sense of pride, and also opportunity for all of us. It is and will be a major gathering place for our communities and will provide the opportunity for us to demonstrate the actions which can and will build a stronger sense of school district community. Imagine this place and the excitement it will generate, whether it's commencement, games, proms, Concerts, plays, community celebration, classroom learning, and simple exchange of words among friends, families, staff, or any other community members. This is a place, this is a special place where we will laugh, cry, cheer, and celebrate. Where we will build our pride in who we are and what we represent. It is a special place where we will gather and build a stronger sense of community among all of us. We're doing that today. Our forefathers did it before us in other settings, but with a common purpose in mind. The same as we have in mind today. Let us commit to never forget these objectives, rather to be strong in our resolve, to make this a special place and build a special sense of school pride. An important word for the future of our communities is care. We must care about each other, care about everyone in our communities, care about our senior citizens, care about our future, care about our families, care about our children. What we believe as a community of people is that this building represents the caring attitude we have in place for the development and support of our young adults. It is important that our communities care about this, and we do. It also demonstrates the value our communities place on learning. It is one of our core community values, and this building represents a commitment by our communities, an action which supports that value of learning. Another vital word for our future is trust. As our communities accept this facility, we entrust the development and growth of our children, of our learners, to the educators of this district. We trust these professionals and the commitment and dedication they possess to maximize the potential of this facility and support the development needs of our youth who walk these halls. In doing this, these educators stand in support of the development of healthy communities in our future. Communities where we care about each other, where we learn from each other. So important as we look forward to the 21st century. It is with great community pride that we accept this facility and proudly present it to the educators, the staff of School District 112, who play such an important role in the lives of every child and every family within our communities. I proudly present this facility to these true community builders. I'd like to call Dan Pulowski, who will represent the educators, for good stand with the medallion.
Thank you, Mayor Bob Rupke. I've known Bob for quite a few years, as I have several of the people here in the audience. Some of you have had in class, and there will be a quiz afterwards, so take notes. I really feel, as I listen to the speakers here this afternoon, the love and dedication to Chaska High School that you and the communities you represent possess. Our staff feels our work is valued to receive this wonderful building from our communities. As your Chaska High School staff, we take very seriously the trust to nurture and educate our youth. We care deeply about our students. We take pride with you in their development and accomplishments. We dedicate ourselves to prepare our students to become productive learners and community members. The past 3 years have been exciting for us to plan with community and parents for the implementation of our learning program in this new facility. Thanks to our design team for their vision, and this is what you're going to get quizzed on, in this new facility to be a building that is a gathering place where our community of learners prepares for continuous progress and celebrates excellence in learning. Our gathering today brings this vision into focus. We wish to strongly thank you, our valued partners, you, our communities and parents, for providing us with the facility to realize this vision. I am privileged to represent our excellent staff in accepting this school building on their behalf. Through design teams, user groups, and countless staff meetings, We have spent years designing and planning to use our educational program in this building. There are several of our staff here to join in this celebration today. I'd ask them please to stand. We wish to thank you, communities that support us, for providing us with a building that is second to none in the state. And I personally feel that the staff you've just seen is also second to none in the state. We extend our gratitude to Steve Miller and the architects at HGA for listening so well to design a building that enables our program with flexible learning spaces to accommodate multiple learning strategies that rival no other building in the state. We say thank you to Superintendent Dave Clough and the district office staff for their support with the planning, building, and move, and all the countless details that had to be taken care of before we could make this our new home. We salute Fred Whitney and the school board members, past and present, for their support and leadership throughout this process. Our staff would like to gratefully acknowledge the inspirational work and example of one person in particular. A special thank you for your devotion to us and our students goes to Principal Jim O'Connell. As others have said, the bricks and mortar are in place, and we have begun our learning process for this year. However, our learning program remains only as good as the commitment to continuous progress that we all bring to it. The Chaska High School staff welcomes parents, students, and community members to continue to work with us so that we can utilize this facility to continue to improve on learning and achievement of all our students. I said before, our facility is second to none, our staff is second to none, and our student body has been second to none in my experience here. I've had the privilege of teaching the student I'm about to introduce. Her dedication to learning, achievement, and improvement make her a worthy representative. It is with great pride that our staff dedicates this building to our students and bestow this medal on their representative, Christine Mott.
On behalf of all the students at Chaska High School, I'd like to express a sincere thank you to all who have worked so hard to make the new Chaska High School possible. Our new school gives us so many options and opportunities to learn than ever before. For example, in our AP Physics class, we did a neat experiment with toy cars. We released the toy cars down a ramp and allowed them to fly out a window. This sounds totally silly, but there is a point to the experiment. By using a new computer program and motion sensors, we were able to determine the distance the cars traveled out the window. My group, however, wasn't very successful, but we had the right idea. With the latest technology that our school is equipped with, it makes learning so much more exciting, and we as students totally appreciate that. I asked myself the question, what is it that makes a school great? Yes, it's the academics, athletics, and arts, but there is more to it than all of that. A great school allows its students to grow into people who are sensitive and caring to other people's needs. It is important that we learn to become not only productive members in our community, but globally also. Chaska High School is a great school. There are kids excelling in every school subject imaginable, and we have some of the most talented musicians, artists, and actors within the state. If you've been to any of our sporting events, you know that Chaska High School students compete with a lot of heart and intensity. But most importantly, we are growing up and learning the importance of respect and responsibility. It is nice to see all of you here because it shows that you care about the students and staff at Chaska High School. In certain ways, the success of a community depends on the success of its schools. The teachers are already doing a great job, and so it is up to parents and community members to take some responsibility. When you have a great school district such as District 112, it gives all of us a sense of community pride. We can continue to build a sense of pride by working even harder to make sure our schools are the best that they can be. So we, the students, politely ask for your continued support and would like to thank you once more for all that you've done. Thank you. And then now at this time, I would like to hand this medallion to Dr. O'Connell, who has been one of the most hard workers for making sure that Chaska High School is a great place to go. He's done so much for us, and on behalf of the community, the school board, the teachers, and the parents, and all the students, I'd like to give this medallion to Dr. O'Connell.
Well, thank you very much. I always tease the staff that this is heaven, and it's a great place. I want to thank you for coming today. Thank you for your support of education in District 112. If you've not yet done so, please take the opportunity to tour this wonderful facility that so many of you have given your time and efforts to make it such a great place. We still have some cookies and refreshments out there, compliments of Cooper's and Pepsi. And thank you again. This concludes our program.